Hi, Marie and Nisha. Man, I am so excited. Literally, in 48 hours after speaking with you, I have net doubled my money. Wow. You told me that that would happen, and it did. I am so excited about the future. I'm excited about what happened today, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me. God bless.
Did we provide you with value today?
Absolutely. A value more than I anticipated.
I want to thank you so much, Marie and Nisha, for everything that you've done for me. Just the last couple months, you've literally changed my life. Right now, we have Ronnie McDowell on stage. We have several hundred people here at my event, all because of you. I want to thank you for everything that you're doing. We have a book deal. I'm going to be on the William Shatner show. I co-authored the book with Brian Tracy, all because of you. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you've done for us. Have a great day.
It's not easy to succeed in today's competitive world. Describe for me, briefly, what it is you do and why you think you've been successful. And does that have anything to do with moving America forward?
Mr. Shatner, the stock market is more volatile than ever before.
It's a real pleasure to give this to you.
Thank you, Doug.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. I want to thank my family, thank my friends for all the support.
Few topics have been written about as much as success.
If you want to be more successful in your business, if you want to earn more money by learning the special skills practiced by the highest paid people in this industry, this is the place to go.
Unique perspective on my life that I never really thought about before, and I saw some patterns that began in childhood that I never really connected the dots before. Sometimes they may be my weakness, but also they become my strength. And what I got today was a sense of, out of all of that, some tools to start managing it so I can start leading the life I want to live.
Marie, we brought you over because you have such a big heart and you really get into the meat and potatoes about working with the press, working with the media, and how to help brand your company so that you can bring it out to the world. Working with corporations, working with businesses and conscious businesses.
Have already been 576,806 hits on my press release, leading to massive increase in hits on my websites, all of my different websites, just from the one press release, and they just keep growing.
We've identified to the customer exactly what the product is, and as a result, the customers are coming looking for it rather than us coming looking for them. And that's why we've done the business. You give us great advice. You absolutely are turning around the company 100%. Unbelievable. We have just a complete different attitude now. We're out of this comfort zone that we were all in. Thank you. And thanks for everything. Thanks for everything.
Dr. Nisha O'Reilly, Marie's business partner, examined the profile of the personnel in the company. So the irony in this case, working with Gerard Duffy, is that I never actually stepped into the company. I never met him. I never met anybody he worked with. I never saw the environment. I didn't need to. I was behind the scenes completely. Marie rang me and gave me a complete evaluation, and I was looking at the environment, how everybody fitted into it.
I have to say it's a great feeling now to be able to hold this book in my hand. It's really been a labour of love, I have to say. I wrote it very honestly, and really what I wanted to do was speak to people who were in a situation whereby they wanted to do better and weren't exactly sure on how to do it.
The shareholders of Irish Life and Permanent, the shareholders of Bank of Ireland, the shareholders of AIB who are left, they're the people really where we're looking at now today.
Who can't trade this morning, by the way.
They can't trade this morning, but the big thing is that it's not so much the deposit holder, it's the taxpayers yet again. That's who we're back to yet again today to see how much more they're going to have to pay.
Here's the big question for you.
Genuinely very much inspired, I have to say. I always had belief in what I wanted to do well through the sport anyway, but just even, with the World Championships coming so close, you've sort of put that drive back in and that big uplift as in, yes, I can't wait. It's sort of, sort of the icing on the cake sort of thing, where I'm feeling now where I'm totally ready, you know, just from listening to your talk.
I could feel people were a wee bit anxious, they were tight, they were kind of, you know, didn't know what to expect, maybe a little bit negative, didn't know, you know, which way to take this and if it was something that they believed in. When I come back into the room after being away for an hour, completely different. People were relaxed, shoulders were down, people were interacting with each other. People from the crowd were interacting with you, Marie, which I think is a very good thing for the fact that how comfortable they were and how much they had respect for you and that they wanted to engage and to kind of take everything that you had on board. And I think just the atmosphere in the room was completely different. And even that's physically from the way that they were sitting and the way that they were asking you questions. They were laughing, they were joking, and I think that's a tribute to you and the work that you did, to be honest.
This year, having quadrupled my revenue last year, I've doubled it again this year to 6 figures, and I'm so happy about that.
I quadrupled my revenue in the first year. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible what happened. When I think about it now, I'm like, I'm still amazed at myself, you know, as to how that actually worked, how it happened. It was incredible.
What happened when you hopped on stage, your pure authenticity and just, I don't know, your groundedness was exactly what the entire audience needed.
So you guys have taken the company apart and rebuilt it to the way it should be for the future, and we're building a long-term relationship which we know will be successful, and the things, the ideas you've given us, the things you've told, the things you're going to help us with, we know that we're going to be we are successful, but we're going to be more successful, and it's exciting times for us.
I couldn't have words to describe it when we were first told by them, so yeah, it's milestones that I, as I said last year, I would never have thought we'd have been achieving, so night and day.
We started working with Marie and Naoisé 6 months ago, about 6 days after this little chap here was born. It's been a fantastic road so far. So not only have we had huge changes on the home front, but we've also had massive changes on the business front as well. We've come from what we thought were tough times and struggling conditions and things like that, and in the last 6 months we've really seen massive results, and the return has been, the orders that we've received in the last 2 months alone have been equivalent to 25 to 30% of our annual turnover for the year. We're engaging with our customers differently. We look at business in a completely different way. We don't just do business differently, we see it differently.
Oh, they're high yes. These are not, they're the kind of deal that would make you feel very proud of yourself. The fact that you closed it and nobody else did makes you feel good about yourself.
So I spent the day with Marie, who is a hard taskmaster, I have to say. She makes very big claims and she delivers. She took my world, turned it upside down, inside out, shook it around a bit, and put it back together. But since then, and it's only been, what, 4 or 5 working weeks, I've doubled the number of clients that we have. I have got 2 profiles going in 2 national newspapers, and I've landed my own, well, a part on a TV show. So I'm going to be making a TV program called IT, which will be really good fun to watch, I'm sure. And it's going to be sharing a website with Sean Gallagher, who was here earlier on. So the Dragon's profile and my profile will all be in one place. And this is all down to what Marie does. She just approaches everything in a totally different manner. I can honestly say there's been 5 monumental days of my life. The day I married my beautiful wife, the day my 3 children were born, and the day I spent working with Marie. That's the impact she's had in my life.
It rocketed up to Amazon #1 bestseller in Canada and #2 in America, pushing aside along the way esteemed authors like Stephen Covey, Tim Ferriss and Napoleon Hill.
I feel great. I am delighted that I could produce the horse and train it for such a short space of time to have such an impact for it to win.
I think this is one of the wonderful, fantastic steps that I took in my life to contact you and ask you to guide me to where my next step was. And I am so grateful.
Christchurch, a beautiful new emporium is opening up in there. On the outskirts of Christchurch, very beautiful location. It's going to be one of the biggest tourist attractions. And so we've got an amazing location just as you come in the main door.
And I actually feel, funny enough, I feel a ball of energies in my stomach. I don't know why that is, but I do. I feel like there's like an energy inside me at the moment.
the state decided it too could cash in. The casino here in Marino is one of the 7 heritage sites that's been made available for weddings, but brides might want to reconsider their footwear if they planned on wearing stilettos.
There are 8 different types of rare and exotic woods inlaid in the floors.
I really do want to get out there into the world, and Marie is making it possible for me.
Great bag of tools to take home with us and use.
I had an absolutely fantastic and brilliant time today. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll be putting all the tools in place tomorrow.
Fantastic day. The energy in the room was absolutely wonderful, and loved hearing everybody's stories.
Really powerful, and I'll start using everything tomorrow.
An absolutely amazing day. So much energy, so much information in the room, so much knowledge that we can only move forward with this.
Absolutely brilliant. Lots of energy, lots of laughter, lots of knowledge shared, and had a super time.
I signed up for the course straight away and then realised I had no idea what I had just signed up for. But I'm absolutely delighted I did it.
I feel far more comfortable about presenting myself now in a media environment, both on radio and in television. And I thank you for your insight and your experience, which I feel I have absorbed now completely.
I've spent the last almost 30 years in the sales, copyright and marketing business. And I'm going to tell you now that I've never ever learned what I've learned today ever before.
She is excellent. And we've just had an amazing day, and we look absolutely straggled and bedraggled and knackered and all that sort of thing. But that's because we've learned so much, and we are so grateful to her. We have just armed ourselves with the most incredible knowledge. And thank you, Marie.
Thanks, Marie.
Thanks, Marie. Thanks so much. You have amazing energy, and I think we really picked up on that.
Learning incredible skills about communication and dealing with the media. Again, TV channel coming soon, as well as a lot of national and international coverage.
Confidence. Marie helped me about 3 years ago with a couple of issues that I had with media, and in those 3 years her advice and her experience to me has helped me no end.
The experience that I've had recently with Marie and with Dr. Nisha, it has been my absolute privilege and honor to be able to work with women of their caliber.
It has exceeded all my expectations.
I have always had a passion to kind of help others to change the way they do things, the way they live, and this passion is kind of driving me to contribute more to the society, to the community, be it business, be it any kind of community, and help others. And it comes naturally to me, and I enjoy it. It gives me a lot of satisfaction. It's a lot of fun.
You know, my first thoughts are that we have been doing so much. We've packed in a lot of, class time, meetings, and a lot of fun vacation as well. It has been very enjoyable.
It was a great experience. Visiting all these different locations. We were in Venice, we were in Dubrovnik, Croatia, Ephesus, Turkey, and Bari, Italy yesterday. I mean, it was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We did some great training on the ship. What I loved most about the training was, just really the hands-on nature of everything.
I never would have made this cruise. I came halfway across the world by myself. I was sort of nervous about that, but just said, you can do it. So I did. Yourself with media and showing us how to actually have this plan, a strategy in place and to be tactical. All these tiny tips that you have to do and put into place every day. That's been just so invaluable as well.
But each business has its own individual life cycle, has its own specificities. And sometimes what happens is they grow out of the market because industries change and they have a life cycle. And that life cycle is getting shorter and shorter.
I began to transform my own life, step by step, day by day. And what I discovered was a proven way to guide people in transforming their lives, either part of it or their entire life. And in discovering a transformation in their own life, they're able to feel more joy and feel more fulfilled and give more to the people that they care about and to the world.
The gift is finding the joy and the purpose that each and every individual has.
I didn't know what to expect, but I had very high expectations because I anticipated walking away at the end of today with a much stronger feel for what I should be doing with the media and how to do it, but also to feel more confident and competent as I step before a camera or a microphone. And I'd like to say that you have definitely reached my standard today. I thought today was exceptional.
So again, I felt very supported by you.
Tools and techniques and ideas that we never even thought that were possible.
So I will definitely be recommending this to as many people as I possibly can.
The amount of content that Marie covered in this day was astounding. The tips, the insights, the knowledge that she has is next to none, obviously, and highly recommend if you get a chance, take it in.
My genuine thoughts are, when I first walked in, I was wondering what I could do in our little area, Little Lethbridge, but I could offer as a media. But Marie taught me that there's a lot more to communication with people meeting on a one-to-one, and I really took in the aspect of, yes, I can sit down and learn to where I can talk to people as opposed to just going in and introducing myself to somebody. She taught me a whole different way to approach people. That made a lot more sense to me than I have ever even thought about before, and I want to thank her so much. Thanks, Marie.
What did I really think? The media communications that you presented today, I learned some tidbit secrets that seem, now that I've heard them, they seem very simple. I had no clue they existed before. I had no clue that the simple switches that are easy for me to make can make that much difference, whether a media release is thrown in the trash or if it's going to hit the paper with a $2,000 ad that's free. I had no idea, and I'm very thankful, Marie, for providing this much content and delivering it the way you did. You're so passionate, and the way that you delivered the information hit me in a different way. It resonated in a different way. I actually felt a physicality change in my body today. I have shifted and grown, and I thank you so much. I have so much appreciation for what you deliver.
Rio Reardon was the trainer today, and it was the most amazing questions that were asked today. They were deep. They really got us to thinking and really honing in on the things that were important to us, branding, and the things that we will need in order to be successful in media. So I got so much value today. There were just so many things covered, and there was so much energy in the room. The people that were in the room were just amazing. So the energy, the power that came out of today, the clarity that came out of today was just incredible, and I would recommend this.
What I think about when I hear your name is that anything is possible, and there's no room for thinking it's somebody else's responsibility or it's something that is destined to happen, but that you can control what you achieve in your life. You can control whether you want positive things to happen or not, and you can also achieve anything you want to achieve.
How did you know at 13 what you wanted to do? Because I think there's people watching this tonight and they're 40 years of age and they don't know what to do.